It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Hey, Red!
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second and 10. Robinson with another carry.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's third and 9. Ritter back to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25.
A solid stiff arm. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Check that. Check that.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anything you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25. 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Samson Abuka just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll pitch it to Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to Robinson now on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Ritter. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He gives it up. And he'll bring this one inside the 45. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Okay,
from the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw, Ritter. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Ritter will set up to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. In motion is McKenzie. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Yellow.
Ritter now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ritter. Going up top. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 6-0 our score after 1.
Colts 6, Falcons nothing.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, Maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Ritter with it after the play fake. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Option left, and Ritter keeps it. He pitches it out. Fancy footwork at the 45. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on, set.
2nd down and 4. Again, it's Robinson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been on the field for a long time, and that last run, they just come right through them.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of them.
Yeah, the surge offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're looking for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Come on. Hey.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And it's a little bit over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now it's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And all the way down inside the 5 with a 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Ritter to throw it.
Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
play before the half. Here's Ritter.
Going deep this time for Miller.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Off play action. Richardson. And he's got Pierce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And completes to Drake London.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Falcons.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Check that. Street.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Mustang 19.
Richardson working from the gun. This pass caught. It's Woods.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A throw on the money there to Doolin. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Richardson going to change the play here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
18 Rattler.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And this is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. Pushes him over. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Panther 11.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Oh, he falls over it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Colts will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up this.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's go.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And now down 3 scores, I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Rail.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
This from 25 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor.
And down he'll go at the 25.
51 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here we go, strike!
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd down and 13.
Third down and 13.
Check, Bobcat. Ready.
Richardson to throw off play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up.